Perfect. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the BIMTECH Tech Talk series. Today we have with us Professor Sanjiva Dubey, who is heading the IT area at BIMTECH Greater Noida. To his credit, he has offered several sessions on emerging technologies at reputed B schools like SP Jain, XLRI, IIM Lucknow, and so many others. And along with that, he has also had a very successful tenure at IBM. So, sir, there you were in the IBM Asia Pacific business
Yeah, yeah.
vertical.
So
Okay, great.
I used to look after the IBM's Asia Pacific operations,
Fantastic.
looking after all their IT requirements in this region.
So, sir, congratulations for your book on cloud computing and beyond, a managerial perspective. So, this is one of your textbook which really appealed, and we thought that we should have this tech talk on cloud computing.
Okay.
So, would you like to tell us what is it really?
Okay, so first of all, my thanks to you and BIMTECH for organizing this tech talk. It's a very good initiative. And cloud computing is something which has got the attention of managers and everybody. And this book is about cloud computing and what has happened beyond cloud computing from the manager's point of view.
Yeah, true.
So it's a very concise book and gives all the needs what a manager should know about cloud computing and how it can help in their business.
True. And yes, in your preface, you have also said that, the GI cloud named Meghraj by the government, that also probably motivated you to write this book. So, could you also tell us what are the challenges?
Okay, so cloud computing as a terminology came in the last 7 to 10 years. And in nutshell, cloud computing is all about accessing computing resources through internet.
Okay.
So which means that if you are using any laptop or desktop within your premise, then it is not cloud computing. But if you need internet connection,
Okay.
then it is called cloud computing. The reason for denoting the internet is by using a model of cloud, okay, in the diagram. So that is why it's called cloud computing. There is nothing physical cloud or something, but
Okay.
basically it's a remote access.
So that actually brings me to my next question. To a lay person, I mean, you know that simplicity is magical. So to a lay person, how would you like to explain this?
Okay, so you are a lady and we will take example of the home
Okay.
and to explain you the cloud computing. So you cook at home?
Yeah, I think so.
So when you cook at home, you have got all your utensils, your gas and your recipe, and you do it yourself or you have got someone to assist you. Now this is called the traditional way of doing something. In cloud computing, the metaphor example would be it is called on-premise computing.
On-premise computing.
On-premise computing,
Okay.
like we are doing something at our own premise, within our own firewall and everything.
Okay.
Now suppose one day the neighbor comes to your home and our home and they say that I have got my stuff, but can I use your gas oven or the utensils? I have got all my recipe, I
Yeah.
have got all my
Yeah.
ingredients. So that is the first type of cloud computing. You are letting your infrastructure to be used by someone else.
someone else.
So the first type of cloud computing is called infrastructure as service, IaaS.
Okay, so I offered my kitchen space and my utensils, and they made use of it.
Yes.
So this is what you are
Yeah.
explaining.
So our simpler example would be Dropbox, okay,
Yes,
where
we
we
all
are
use
keeping
it.
all our files or
Files,
something. So Dropbox does not care what we are keeping, okay. So they just let us use their space. Now the second step is when somebody comes up, like we go to the master chef, you have gone to master chef. In master chef, the people have to go with their own recipe, but the ingredients and all the equipments and everything will be provided by the organizers.
Yes.
So this is called in cloud computing platform as service.
Okay.
So you go to a platform and then you create your own application. For example, you go to ChatFuel and create your own chatbot. Okay. So you go to AWS Azure and you create your own application. But you have to be limited by what this platform is providing you.
Okay.
Okay. Now the third option is like ordering some dishes from the Pizza Hut, okay, or some. So this equivalent of that would be called software as service, okay. So
Software as
service,
service.
SaaS,
Ah,
SaaS.
SaaS.
So for example, I go to Google Classroom or I go to Gmail. So Gmail gives me the facility. I use the Gmail. I don't bother where the my data will be kept, where my email is going, and everybody who logs on to the Gmail, they are able to access that. So these are the three major types of cloud computing.
I see that your book is being actually prescribed in the curriculum of several universities also. So students and faculty, they both would be using this. What are the job prospects?
Okay, so the cloud computing, what has happened in the last 7 to 10 years when the cloud model emerged, and there is some technology within this which has made this cloud computing possible, which is called virtualization. So instead of having one-to-one mapping of the servers, you are having a virtualized environment where you allocate resources as they are required. So it has opened up a huge possibility of the jobs which people from all types.
So what kind of jobs?
So technical people who will be involved in the porting of the application to the cloud, creating application to the cloud. There could be the managers who will be required to manage the cloud applications, or the selection of the right cloud platform, because there are certain challenges here. Remember, this data is not in your premise; it is somewhere
Absolutely.
else. So the
Absolutely.
concerns of
Security.
security and access control.
So this actually opens up, more job
Yeah,
platforms,
more
like
job
not just
platform.
cloud technology, but cyber security and else.
Yes, everything. So one has to enhance what they knew already.
So what are the prerequisites if I want to go for a cloud course, and what are the prerequisites? What
So-
background should I have?
Actually, if you want to go, so there will be two types of job. One will be the technical job. If you want to do some technical work, then obviously you need to have the technical degree or BTech. But if you want to go into the managerial aspect, then in that case you will have to go to the MBA programs with technical. As you know, the BIMTECH is also doing a lot of courses around cloud computing. Our emerging technology course covers a lot of modules on the cloud computing. We
With
ask
your
people-
expertise in IT strategy and managerial, I'm sure we are going to gain a lot. You're curating very good courses for us. So let us know, sir. There's so much of fear in the youth now, especially because people say with so much of technology, there's going to be a loss of jobs. So what assurance would you like to give to such people who are really scared of the fact that I would not be relevant if there's so much of technology?
Okay.
What happens to me, the human?
Okay, so I mean, this fear is not a recent fear. Every time a new technology comes up, but the fact remains that it only displaces the job. So the people have to acquire new skills. So the moment you acquire new skills, your job capability becomes better, and then finally your prospect goes up. Okay, I myself have started in some technology which is not used,
Yeah.
but I have to reinvent myself in last 25-30 years, and then it has given us more and more opportunity. So youth need not fear, and what they should do is that they should try to acquire newer skills, try to undertake courses like emerging technology, cloud computing, read books, and there are a lot of online courses available which they can.
Take benefit
Yes.
of. Okay, yeah, so perfectly. The reskilling, upskilling, you need to be relevant. So we all have to upgrade our skills every now and then. And technology, of course, is all pervasive, so we can't avoid. So, sir, my last question. Although we can go on and on in this case, but what motivates you to write these books, and what is the next project?
Okay, so I am basically a student. All my life I am a student. I always seek to learn something. So I pick up a new topic and I start learning about it, and I start giving lectures, conducting classes. And after a year or 2 or 3 years, I feel that now I have got enough knowledge about it, enough interaction with the students, that I can create a book which will be more useful to the students. So this is my ninth book on the series, and my 10th book is going to be on emerging platform and services, which is already halfway through.
So techies, please be on the lookout. Professor Dubey's next book very important for all of us. There's so much of wisdom and so much of easiness in now understanding a concept like cloud computing. Me being from humanities, I'm also very much affected because I do use cloud and I need. So thank you so much for making it so simple and easy. And any last word that you want to share?
Okay, so my video, which you obviously you are going to share with your students. So my message to the students would be, which I am trying to summarize in 2 or 3 lines of a Hindi poem,
Okay.
which I written some time ago, and the poem goes as follows that आंखें हैं तो रोज देखती होंगी कुछ सपनों को, आंखें हैं तो रोज देखती होंगी कुछ सपनों को, पर उनमें से सच हम कर पाते हैं कितनों को। सपनों को मत देखो उनके पीछे भागो, दिन को करो परिश्रम रात रात भर जागो।
Wow.
So the only
That's
message I
profound.
want to give is that you don't take rest. You have a dream, but pursue the dream. You know, having a daydreaming is not enough. A lot of people say, "Oh, I should do this, I should do that," but the beauty is in the execution. Beauty is in the follow-up. So thank you very much,
Absolutely.
Saloni, for inviting me, and I hope this talk will be useful to your.
I'm
student.
very glad that we happen to have this very brief chat and looking forward to the next. So dear friends, complex is actually very simple. So let us keep ourselves curious, and that will bring you the next tech talk. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.